Do do do. Do do do. Come on, put the chat in there. Bam, there we go. Just making sure everything's working real quick. Is my camera froze yet? Normally my camera loves to freeze on me. So we'll see if it does during this live stream. All right. For right now, it's as the title says. I'm just going to be hanging out here. Going through, we just got these Nintendo 64 labels in today from Ingeeknito on eBay. And it's so crazy because you're going to see a pickups video here in the next few days from a marketplace deal where I just got some really cool complete in box N64 stuff. But before I even got that on Facebook, I saw this listings on eBay. I wanted to get some custom retro labels for my Nintendo 64 collection. I got a bunch of Nintendo 64 stuff here that it's just so hard, like sorting through them and getting them organized. And I wanted to do the mini box gaming thing, but man, when you got like 100 Nintendo 64 games that need a box and you start doing the math on that, it adds up real quick. So it's a lot cheaper. This was like $30, I think, for all 296 games, and even threw in all these bunch of extra goodies. So let's go ahead and open this up. And while I'm doing this, what better video to watch in the background than Return to Mother Base, his N64 collection. I haven't watched that video of his yet, so we'll watch that as we do this. So if you want to come hang and chat, watch some YouTube with me, feel free to do so. Let's see, what is all in here? Oh, man. All these cool little extra stickers. And if it's something too crazy that needs a lot of cleaning, I'm not going to worry about that. I'll skip over it. I don't feel like taking stickers off right now. Plus, I'm really low. Wherever my alcohol is, I'm really low on my alcohol. If you can see here, it's like just a little bit left to do some cleaning with. But really cool. Whole bunch of extra stickers in this lot. Nintendo 64 stickers. Achievement unlocked. Man, they got all sorts of stickers in this thing. This Boo sticker here, that's pretty cool. So, okay. Let's see. They actually sent some instructions with it. Interesting. Let's see what it says. All right. Cleaning and care. Clean the area with rubbing alcohol. Allow it to air dry. Then apply the label to the cartridge. All right. That's what we planned on doing. So, again, here are the side labels. Here's some of them. You can see 1080 snowboarding, Mario Kart, all that good stuff. And then here's their advertisements for their labels. Then, of course, the pages of all the other ones, all 296 right here. So this is going to make things a lot easier when sorting. I know when I was, for my N64 stuff, I wanted to keep them as like pure as can be and not have like all these stickers on them. But man, when putting them on a shelf, it is like very inconvenient, like looking through them to pick out a game to play. So it's like, you know what, let's do the labels, and in the future if we have to take one off, hopefully it won't be too bad. But yeah, and luckily it looks like these are in alphabetical order. I guess this is just like a heavy hitters page they put on the front with a lot of the banger games. 1080, yeah, so interesting, awesome how they did that. But let's get into it. Like I said, if there's a game that needs a lot of, like, look at this WCW versus NWO World Tour. Got the sticker and stuff on the side of it. I'm not going to worry about getting that stuff off right now. Just going to clean up the top, make sure that's clean enough to get the sticker on there. And if it's really bad, I just might skip over it for now. But we got the room space on our shelves now, so it's time to get these games on the shelves. A lot of these are sitting in a cubby hole down here, just hidden away. Like, I haven't even been able to display them. So let's go ahead and get into Alex's video here while we start getting cleaning.
And welcome to another video, the latest installment of the Storage Unit Collection series. So, if you're new around here, please allow me to explain. This is not a humble brag of, ooh, look what I got, although it does look like that.
Why does it look like my mic is moving, picking up
For
his
those
volume?
of you who have been here since the beginning or know the backstory, skip ahead a couple of minutes.
Guess not. Okay.
I used to have a storage unit to house my video game collection because, truthfully, it outgrew my house, or at least my closets. And the storage unit we were utilizing, basically,
Might be in the way. I
increased
gotta
our
like move
rent
it to the
to
side
the point
here.
where I was like, this is stupid. So there was a culling, for lack of a better word, and I basically went through every single one of my retro game collections, and I kept all of them over there because I utilize EverDrives and FPGAs and all that stuff, you know, just to keep the carts a little bit in better condition than they are, because they can only get worse, right? And through doing that, I kind of narrowed it down to what I wanted to keep and what had.
Also, I normally
attachment.
keep
Of
it
course,
very
there are some
PG
pickups that
on
I'm
my
like, I
channel.
just have a memory associated with
Alex
it, but not
is not
necessarily
as
the game.
PG as me, so
But
if he
in
says
that
something,
instance as well,
excuse the
bringing
language.
everything home, and now that I'm able to fit these things in the closet again, they are now going to go there and remain for the foreseeable future. So I thought, why not just appease the masses of 10 people?
But for
who
those
asked me
who
to
don't
show
follow
off my
Alex,
collection.
he's been having this series where, like he kind of explained, he's going through his whole collections, kind of retro collections, been in a storage unit. So he's just been taking it out and like showing you guys the collection because he doesn't like when you look at his room and stuff. He doesn't have like a big wall of games for you guys or anyone to look at because a lot of it's been in storage. He's in New York where space is prime, so can't have room for all these games on shelves there. So it's cool to be able to get a chance to see all this stuff because if you haven't been a viewer of his for a long time, you just wouldn't know. Oh, speak of the devil, there he is. It is Inception. Your volume might not be coming through a lot during your video, Alex, but it was like the perfect video for cleaning N64 stuff. So if you want to see his collection, watch these videos and dive into it so you can see all the cool stuff he has in his collection.
So I've basically been going one platform at a time through each of these videos and giving you some backstory into
WWF
what
Attitude
this collection is, what it means, and what I think of some of the games I've played. So the N64, I'm just going to come right out and say it, is my least favorite system of all time. And there is a reason for that, and there's some irony to that. Because when the N64 came out, I was the perfect age for it. You know, I was in that somewhat grammar schoolish going into high school
least
phase,
favorite system.
and everything
Blasphemous.
was
That's like the
exciting
popular
to me.
thing
You know,
now.
Nintendo
Go ahead and
was
jump
still
on that cool kids
kinda
wagon,
considered
Alex.
a toy, but
64,
not really. It was kind of growing
overrated.
up with me, as it were,
Okay.
right? You know, starting with the
It
NES,
might be a little
going
bit.
into the SNES, and then the N64 was like the next step. This was junior high of video games, as it were, right? And I got it on day one. Where I used to live, there was actually a Toys R Us directly across
Already
the
having
street from
problems
us.
getting these labels off.
And I
Okay, so
remember
the label
going in
comes
there,
off,
you know, with
not
the
too
little
bad, and
pamphlets.
it doesn't feel like it's going to be
And my
too
uncle, Mr.
super
Video
sticky.
Games himself,
Now it's like,
as
which
he's
way do I
come to
want
be
to
known.
put?
And he was like, "Oh,
put
the
it this way.
N64, the next big thing from Nintendo." He always talked like that. Now you know where I got it. And I was like, "Yeah,
All
when's
right,
it
our
come
first
out?"
label.
I
Our
had
first
no
label,
idea
guys.
the release date. You know, back then we didn't have social media, we didn't have
Not too
YouTube,
bad.
we didn't even have freaking Real Play or Viewer or anything.
Not
like
lined up
that.
too bad.
Or AOL. Actually, no, I think I had AOL, but I wasn't allowed to use it. And if you
Kind
did
of want
use
to
it,
take one of
somebody
these
called
labels I'll
and
never
fucked up
use
the
because
whole
this
thing.
thing actually
So
comes
we were
with.
using magazines, and at that
Where's
point
it
it was
at?
also
Like if
known
there's
as the Ultra
reproduction
64,
cartridges,
and you know there were trailers
stickers.
for like Final Fantasy VI in N64 graphics, which looked phenomenal for the time. Earthbound 3.
So I'm going to
which
put
also
this on
looked
one of these
phenomenal
games and see how hard they are to
time.
take off or how much
Then we
residue
got what
it
we
puts
got.
on.
And here's the thing, though. He basically
We're going to
threw
sacrifice
down
Strike Zone
and pre-ordered the system
for testing
me,
purposes.
and
What's up,
pre-ordered
Daniel?
2 games for me, and
The
as well as an
Gaming
extra
Journal.
controller for the 2-player games, which ironically both games were not.
Yes.
And on day one, he went outside. He stood in line at that, in
Want to
front
do
of that
something real
Toys R Us
funny? I should
with all the
Discord you
crazy
right now,
mothers
Alex, and
and
really get
we'll say
like
man
triple
children.
Alex going, where you're
And he
reviewing
came back
your
across the
video
street. And
while
here's
I'm
the thing,
watching
I
your
knew he was
video.
lying about something. My mom wouldn't let me leave the house. I couldn't even stand on line with him.
All right, so it actually
Like, how
peels
messed
off
up is
really
that? Like, I
easy,
kind of
no
would've liked it,
residue.
but you know what? I found out
So
later
these labels aren't too bad
he
at all
wanted
then.
to do it himself because it was a surprise, even though he knew he knew.
Okay, I
knew
like that.
knew. He
Nice.
just wanted
So over
to
time, when we
surprise me
eventually
with how and
maybe
when he was
replace
gonna
some of
give it
these
to me.
games in the future with the complete
So
box
day one
copy.
comes, he comes
to
back
go.
to the house, he's empty-handed. He left my parents' apartment building had a doorman. He left the
Yeah, the
Toys R Us
universe
bag
will
down with
explode.
The doorman came upstairs and said, "Oh my God, they were sold out!" And here I am crying, and then my mom's looking like, "You freaking run downstairs and get this thing immediately." And then he comes.
Can you
back
actually
up
hear
and,
your
I
video,
got
Alex?
Some games. I got Mario
Or Daniel,
64
can y'all actually
Pilot
hear
Wing
his video?
64. And the really funny thing is, of course, I was more excited about Mario 64.
All right, Mike
But
Piazza's
he originally
Strike
got me
Zone.
Pilot Wings on the Super Nintendo. So seeing a familiar title and seeing what it was doing, which is essentially a tech demo, just like the original, and being so into technology that he was, this was like the perfect game to get for me. Because he wanted to see it. That was ultimately
HIJKLMNOP.
it.
Okay, cool.
And then Nintendo put out like some press release videos and all this stuff. And
Not
then
that you
I
probably
eventually
want to
got
hear
into enjoying Pilot Wings
your own
myself,
voice. I hate
just for the
watching my own
exploration
videos back.
part
So
and not really actually trying to complete the mission.
maybe this is not.
The Rocket Pack is still my favorite.
I'm in the M's. There is no Mike Piazza Strike Zone, so maybe it's in the S's for Strike Zone.
Looks like a bicycle. That was also my favorite thing because it also had missiles. So if I have such a phenomenal experience growing up, getting the N64 day one, playing those games like
Do we
GoldenEye
have our
and
first?
Smash Brothers and Pokemon and all these
No.
other things,
Next sheet.
why is it my least favorite console? And I've even said in a video, my now wife
For
and
Switch
I, we bonded
games.
over the N64 in the first place. When
What's wrong with
she
the Switch
was
games?
pissed off at the fact that that Mario 64, I didn't bother to get all the stars, and then we would argue all the time over Mario Party. And honestly, it has nothing to do with the games or the system itself. It's me.
Mike Piazza's Strike
So-
Zone is not in here.
And I
I
don't
looked
think
at
I've ever
Strike
mentioned this
Zone.
on a video, and this is in a video, and this is actually something I'm truthfully really embarrassed about, and I feel awful about.
I can
get
deeper
when I got older, like we're talking, I'll say junior year of high school-ish, around that time. No, I lie, actually. A little bit after that, because it would probably be like my freshman year of college, something like that, sophomore year, something around those lines. And I was really getting into guitar. Yeah, it was college, actually. And I was getting really into guitar.
What?
And I was trying to fund the Stratocaster.
That's what you
that
need to
was
do,
really
Alex, is
behind
film an
me,
intro
otherwise
to your
known as number
channel
one,
with some guitar
spelled
riffs.
W-O-N, because, I was cringy. And
See, this isn't.
if you want some guitar backstory, it's
Mike
actually
Piazza,
a Mexican strap that I
Strike Zone.
literally, I just used it for the
Unless
body
there's
'cause I could
something
flip
else
it,
I
and
can,
then
like you said,
everything else is
MLB. I'll look
custom.
at that.
The frets, the headstock, not the headstock, the nuts, the
Mario,
bolts,
Monster,
the pickups,
Mia Hamm
single
Soccer.
end, humbucker, like all that stuff.
Mia Hamm got
and
the
this was
cut,
like a
but
project
not
for me
Mike
because I was
Piazza.
just so into it at the time, and I thought it would be fun to try
Come
to do
on,
this all
Mike.
by myself.
Gotta be in here.
And eventually, I had to get a professional involved, which is how we ended up where we ended up. And I was looking around my room.
Some of these kind of
thinking,
are out
what the
of
hell
order.
could
Maybe
I sell
it's
on eBay, because at the time
one of the
eBay was really
random ones.
popping off, and PayPal was still, nouveau. was still nouveau.
All right.
So,
Sorry, Mike
people would send
Piazza,
you
moving
money
on.
orders
I
and
know you gotta be
CODs
in
and
here, but
checks, and you'd have to wait for that before you ship anything out.
Earthworm Jim 3. Boom.
And at that time,
And this one's actually already
I'd
really
sold a
clean.
bunch of stuff that
So
I
we'll
had
wipe the dust
on
off the
eBay.
top
Like,
here.
I sold a wah pedal I didn't really use, a bad horse.
wah-wah pedal? Why didn't you
Sold some
use your
video
wah-wah
games.
pedal?
Titles of which I won't utter here. And eventually I looked at the N64. And I didn't really play it. My friends and I,
There we go,
gotten over the whole
Earthworm
GoldenEye
Jim
thing.
3.
We were all in on the GameCube at this point. And I was like, okay, I have extra controllers. I created a bundle. And this bundle had like Mario 64, Mario Party, Blast Corps, Pilot Wings,
Hold on.
GoldenEye, the Mario
Rewind.
64, Mario Party bundle. And this bundle had like Mario 64, Mario Party.
You're kind of
Blast
like the
Corps,
Mario.
Pilot Wings,
You kind of like say the
GoldenEye,
A's, not
Castlevania,
Mario.
all
You're the
this stuff.
Mario guys.
Put it up on eBay for an
I
auction.
mean, I know you're
and it sold.
up north, but you're not.
And
In Canada
my
north.
mom knew I sold it because my mom's job, she was able to ship things out, so I didn't have to pay for shipping. I charged for shipping, and then my mom did it for free and wrote it off. So gave her that.
Well, you need to
bought the
say it
box,
like a
did
New
all that,
Yorker.
gave it to her. She brought it to the office, sent it off. I got my money, and eventually, obviously, I got the guitar.
The right way.
But I never told my uncle about it.
Earthworm Jim
And
3.
one day he was over hanging out, and I had a entertainment center with doors.
Oof.
So after I sold this thing, I actually made
This
a very
Toy Story
conscious
has
effort to
seen
keep
better
those
days on
doors
the label.
closed,
Toy
'cause I
Story
didn't want
2.
him to notice the N64 was missing. And
Mario.
what do you think? I forgot to close it one day, and he asked, "Where's the N64?" And I lied. I said I lent it to somebody. Or something. I made up some bullshit excuse.
Oh, Alex.
And he just went, "Oh, okay." And at that moment, I knew. I knew he knew. I knew he realized what had happened. And it ate at me.
No joke, I did the same thing with my dad had a bass guitar, nice bass guitar. He gave it to me like, hey, here's a bass guitar, you can keep it. Do what you want with it. And I'm not a bass guitar guy. I'm barely a regular guitar guy. I barely know how to play that, an electric guitar. And so I had it for about a year or two, and then ended up giving it to a pawn shop. Like, hey, money was tight. We needed it. Pawned it off to the pawn shop. And sold it off to them. And no joke, like a month or two later, hey, son, just calling to see where my guitar's at. I just kind of wanted to get it back. And I was like, why would you want your guitar back? That's kind of messed up. What do you want to do? Sell it to get money? And that's exactly what I did with it. I gave them the warning at the beginning, Alex. I said, you aren't as PG as me, so.
And it ate at me for so many
You broke
years.
the channel.
And even when I got back into video game collecting,
The
for
first
YouTube
curse
and
word
everything
ever on the
else,
channel. I'm sure I've played a.
I
No,
didn't
all the
wanna
games I've
collect
streamed
for
on it, I don't think have had any.
It was like, honestly, in terms of games, this is probably one of my smaller collections, and there's a lot of games on here that play better elsewhere or just aren't super duper memorable to me, at least. But just the fact that I did that, and he was out there day one waiting in a line just to make sure I had it day one, the excitement he and I shared, the fact that I had this, experience with my girlfriend, now my wife, and all these other things. I even made friends over the N64.
How long have y'all been together, Alex?
There was a group of kids.
Boyfriend,
in freshman
girlfriend,
year of
if you don't
high
mind
school
sharing.
that I got to
It's got to
know
be over
because
20
I knew
years,
where
right?
to go in Chinatown to get imports and bootlegs. I played Smash Brothers months before it came out over here because one
Or
of the
you're
hoity
married now,
toity
my
rich
bad.
kids wanted to buy like
It is your wife.
a region.
But how long have y'all
free
been together?
insert and everything else, and ultimately he bought a Japanese 64 and all this other crap because he could afford it. And here I am just selling it off, and I felt awful about it.
Oh, he doesn't
But I
know the
didn't do
exact years.
Fast forward several years. Alex
Gotta
is
be
now
over
in his
20.
late 20s, early 30s ish. My wife was living here at the time, and we weren't married at that point. But we used to have a Salvation Army down the street, which ironically is now a condominium.
Next up, this
But I went
very
in there one day. I used
much
to pop
loved
in every once in a
copy
while. Never found anything cool. My
of
wife
Kobe
used to go
Bryant
in there,
NBA
she'd buy
courtside too.
crazy books.
Yikes!
Like out of
Does
print
this
stuff
even
for
work?
30
Will it
years,
work?
Like classic novels. She has like a whole collection of Sherlock Holmes books, like from 1948.
Oh,
She paid a nickel,
sweet!
$1, something like that. So I walk in, and I see, and I didn't pull it out, a boxed complete launch model of the N64. And launch model, I mean the color, that traditional gray. And I can't believe it. And I know I was texting with Dustin Christ and Steve-O Supremo at the time. I don't know if Dustin remembers it. I don't even know if Steve-O remembers it.
No, I don't remember.
But I was like,
I don't
cannot
remember
believe
anything.
this. And they were like, how much is it? How much is it? And there was a price tag on this box complete N64, and it was $24.99.
What?
And at this point, the collecting really got kind of out of hand with me, truthfully. So I texted my wife, hey, I'm at the Salvation Army. There's an N64 here. She put and ... And I went, it has the box and everything. And it's $25. Bubbles. You buy that fucking thing. So I came home with an N64, and they also had
Which,
a black controller
unless you
also
showed in the video,
box that
Alex,
I think was
which
like another $10 or $15.
box
So all
variant
in, I
was it?
got
Just
a
the
complete
normal
N64. Had all
one,
the
Atomic
inserts,
Purple
all the
controller?
styrofoam, everything.
Which one are we talking
Didn't
about here?
have an expansion pack, ironically. Steve Supremo sent me one later on because he had an extra. But at that moment, she was like, oh, so you can finally start collecting for the N64. Now, she was excited because she loves the system. And you'll see here, I really don't have a lot because for me, the N64 kind of, it's a sore spot, honestly. And as a matter of fact, of all my methods of playing consoles and stuff, the
Well,
N64
stand by one
is the
moment.
only one I don't have a dedicated one.
It was the OG one? Okay.
You know, I kind of...
I filmed the video for it. The day I picked this up, and I messaged you like yesterday about Alex. But here's the system that came with mine, and it has the artwork and everything in it, and the box is like really nice, except for the one little ding up there. Where's it at? Yeah, kind of see it there on the corner. What's really cool about this one is I showed in the video. If you look on the back, it has the purchase date on it. If I can get it on here. Look at that. 5/24/1997. Not even a year after the launch of the system in North America, which I think was September of 96. And check out the price. $149.99. I would think these had to have launched at $250, right? Like, I cannot remember the launch price. I almost dropped it all the way on the ground. This had to be like $250, right, on launch. But $150 after a year? That seems... We got price increases after 3 years after the new systems came out, so insane. All right, I'm starting to get hot. Exactly. But I know you think about 1997. $150 is like different from what $150 is now. But still, if the system, it had to have launched at a $250 price tag, right? Let's look that up real quick. What was the launch price? Get out the way, stickers. What was the launch price of N64 system? I stand corrected. The launch price of the Nintendo 64 was $199. Nintendo lowered the price from an initial plan of $250 to be more competitive with PlayStation and the Sega Saturn. So it actually was $200. Man, just thinking about like the Wii being $250, like, oh, the prices of stuff was so nice back in the day, wasn't it, guys? Man, thinking if we could just get those these days would be incredible.
And it's not for lack of trying. It's just it feels so strange to me. Like there's like this inherent guilt thing. I don't know how else to describe it. And even some of the titles I have here are truthfully a majority of titles of games that I played growing up. So with that, let's get into the cart-only stuff to start.
Oh man, here we go.
Now, mind you,
First
I did
games
pick
of the
up some
collection.
stuff that I'd never played before because, you know, GameStop doing their silliness back in the day. But first off, we have F-Zero X, and honestly, I really do feel like this game spoke to me.
I got it in
the
here
most.
somewhere.
My friends and I, we used to play this 4-player all the time. And the soundtrack, my God, man. I mean, if you're a metalhead, you can do no better
NBA
than
Courtside
F
2.
Zero X. And I'm not a huge racing game guy, but truthfully, when it comes to F Zero, this.
You know, I actually love a good racing game every once in a while. Like, I get in a mood where I'm like, you know what? I want to play some type of racing game. And normally I go for. I know you like the Forza games and stuff now, Alex. Those are good games too. Like Forza Horizon. That's an awesome racing series. But I was a Need for Speed guy. Like I loved all the Need for Speed stuff that would come out, and I'll still generally pick them up when they get cheaper. The stuff like the F Zeros and everything, man, they can be so difficult to play. It's just insane. And I know playing the newest one, or not the newest one, the one that they released for F Zero GX on GameCube, dabbled in that a little bit. And it wasn't too difficult starting off, but just the speed and stuff of those, like I can't handle. And a Wipeout, I think that's another series. I think I played through the whole Vita version, which wasn't too bad, but man, they just get difficult. But stuff like Need for Speed, I love. I Sorry about that. We made some cookie dough earlier, and daughter's ready to put those cookies in the oven. No joke. This is why I'm. This is all leading to what I'm was gonna share. I'm in the mood for a racing game right now. I wanted to play a racing game because I have a couple, like December 4th until um, Metroid Prime comes out. So I'm like, you know what? Let me play a racing game. So I'm looking through the whole Steam library. Like, what do we got in there I want to play? And I was in the mood to play like the Mud Runner, Snow Runner games. Not really racing, but like car driving. And none of us had it on Steam. So I went to see if my GameStop had it. That newest one, Expeditions for PS5. They didn't have it in stock. They never do. So I actually got it digitally, Snow Runner, on the PS5 just now. But I saw Forza Horizon on there, and I had my steering wheel down here because I wanted to play with my wheel on the PC. And initially, I downloaded American Truck Simulator. I was like, you know what? I want to play that. It always looks like fun. I watch the YouTuber Heck and Steve play it once in a while. But my stinking wheel, man, like I have it plugged up and we're automatically going in reverse. Like everything's messed up. I couldn't figure it out. So I said, forget this. Let's look at something else. And I did almost download Forza Horizon 4 and play that. But it's like, you know what? I kind of want more of the sim thing with the Mud Runner. So I went with Snow Runner on the PS5. So we'll see. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, Daniel. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Man, this stupid cord. My son has basketball practice soon too, so I might have to hop off to take him there. But I just wanted to hop on here for a little bit to get this going because this is going to be a long process. So I might do it again later on this evening. He has practice in about 30 minutes, so we'll see. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Daniel.
You know, the variety of the tracks in this, everything about, we would just play for hours and hours. I think, you could tweak the handling.
All right,
of the
NFL
vertical. I
Quarterback
had no idea
Club
what that meant. I thought it meant speed. I
2001.
just put it all the way to the max, and each time,
Oh,
both
we
out,
went
just
right
put
to
them
it.
forward.
Awesome. Let's see what else you're working with, Alex.
These around. I already talked ad nauseum about this, but we got Pilot Wings.
Pilot.
I wouldn't
I
mind getting a
don't
box for this
think
one.
I
just
have
because
that
it's
one
Pilot
in the
Wings,
collection.
But honestly, it's hard for me to play it. It's not a bad game. It actually aged pretty well for what it is, but the memories associated with it, they're not negative, they're just kind of painful. Sounds like I punished myself with this stuff, doesn't it? Mischief Makers. I eventually got this on Christmas. Sight unseen. I mean, I knew what it was. It looked cool to me. I was like, N64, I expected graphically a bit more.
I mean, since you mentioned it. Last teaser for the video, since Alex mentioned it. One of the good ones that came in that bundle, complete in box, Mischief Makers. And check out that price. $54.99, brand new back in the day. What a feeling. So yeah, pretty neat. And I don't know why in the world it seems like the first stack
It's
I
a treasure
grabbed
game, and honestly, at the time,
were
I
all
didn't really
these
care
crappy
for it.
games,
But as I've gotten older,
sports
and I actually
games.
found this book off for Steal. I think it was like $5 or $10. I was like,
this
you know
mic.
what? This art style, like this '90s anime, like now I
All right.
definitely see the Gunstar Heroes
NBA
like, art
Live
style in it, which is
2000.
3D. But Mischief Makers is weird because of the way it plays. It's kind of like a grab and toss mechanic. Klonoa does a bit of that. I know it's not a treasure game, but the more I think about when it comes to
Mischief
platforming,
Makers
this
looks
isn't
like
really
a good
an
game.
action
It's Jet
platformer. I
Force
attribute it
Gemini
more
that,
towards,
you know,
like,
some people like
not a puzzle
recommend
platformer,
it,
but
and
more
then
like a thinking
when you look at
platform.
gameplay and
Kinda like a
reviews,
manipulation
that game
platformer, you
looks
know what I
like
mean?
it
Because
plays
it's a lot of pulling and
horrible.
shaking
Like
and grabbing.
it does not look like a fun
Sounds
game.
awful. And I mentioned this one already. We got Castlevania. I am one of like 2 people that actually like this game. I thought the whole intro with the Necronomicon and all that stuff, now that YouTube's
I
upset,
got that too, complete
I
in
thought that looked
box.
absolutely outstanding and amazing.
You know I gotta
And
have
showed
try
it
to get my
uncle, too, and he
Castlevania
was like,
stuff
"Oh, this looks a
complete in
little
box.
demonic." This game, though, as much as I enjoy it, and I think it's a great
But I have not
Castlevania
tried
game,
them yet.
it
I
is
think
not a good
the
Castlevania.
only time I've seen it
I think
played
it
was I think
it's
when
one of
you
those
brought
things
it
where it's on the
to
N64,
Too Many
you take
Games,
what you can
Alex,
get,
and
but to that point, I did
pretty
wanna
sure I
own it.
popped it on
And I wouldn't mind getting it
one
boxed and
evening
complete
at the
just because,
hotel
you know, that is a game I literally grew up with.
on your cool
But
little
to that end too, and this is where all the GameStop-y stuff starts. to come in.
EverDrive.
I did get the Legacy of Darkness, and this is technically
I still
a
need to get
sequel
Legacy of
and a
Darkness.
remake of the first game with better controls. I actually
That
haven't
is
played
that's
this,
one I was
though.
looking out for
Part of
at
me wants to
Portland
try
Retro
to
Gaming
re-experience the
Expo.
original Castlevania,
Complete in box,
on the
of course, which
N64,
would have
but the
been
other part of
lots
me
and lots
says
of
with all these
money. But I would have
collections
settled with
lately,
a
I feel
cart.
like one of those may
Couldn't
come
find it.
down the line that includes these once they figure out N64 emulation, because at least at this point, it's a little strange. Not everything is 100%. Even through my sorcery, this game, it handles well, but the prequel has a little bit more frame dips than I remember, even though it has a lot. This has a lot more of a solid frame.
I think this one's supposed to be better though than
the
the first Castlevania on 64.
if I do own a game legitimately, preferably in a physical way.
So NBA Live
I
99
don't
joining
care which
2000
method
over
I
here.
play it in, and in some instances, unless it holds a big nostalgic
Oh no,
attachment,
I put the
I
wrong.
don't see the purpose of having.
I put
multiple copies of
NASCAR
it.
2000.
So throughout some of these collection
No.
videos, you are going to see different variations and copies across different platforms, and then some of them you'll see titles are just missing because I have them elsewhere. But in the case of the Castlevania games, these are definitely some things
Way
I'm
better.
holding on to because of my love of the series. Which brings me to these two. The Goemon games.
Ooh.
Got both of these from GameStop for way less than they go for.
I'd
now.
say
I don't
isn't
even
the
remember.
one
I
on
wanna say
the
it was like $35, $40.
your left
and
or your
it was-
right hand, like the really
yeah, it was
expensive
like
one
35
now?
or $40 each, something like that. Truthfully, I've never played a Goemon game. I attribute this to Jimmy Hoppa, or now, well, he used to be known as Import Gaming for the Win, at least as of this video. He recently did a rebrand. And he really turned me on to this whole series to the point where, as collecting go,
No, it was really cool, Alex, when I typed in, like for me, it's easier to just type in Return to Mother Base into the YouTube search to go to your channel than searching through all my subscriptions and going down the list. And when you search your name up, it was so cool because it had like a bunch of these like older videos from like 10 plus years ago of the old school video replies to questions, which when this one's done, I'm going to bring up one of those because it was so cool seeing like older YouTube channels who don't really do stuff anymore, do response videos and everything. So that's really cool. Like when you search your name up.
this looks great. Let me buy all of it. And I have all of these
Rugrat
Goemon
Scavenger
games,
Hunt.
These two, which truthfully,
But they're
these
just
are
responding to
some
your
of the
question,
most,
so
I'll say,
at least you won't be in the video.
some
It'll
of the
just be a
limited
question to
titles we did
respond
get
to.
stateside. We did get one on the SNES, but considering these were readily available through GameStop, and I had all these discounts and promotions and all that stuff, and I
Rugrats
needed free
Scavenger
shipping,
Hunt.
it was literally one of those purchases. But to that end too, I think I got this at Too Many Games with Steve-O Supremo, Gauntlet Legacy. This game, I played the arcade game actually with my friends all the time growing up down in this arcade in Chinatown. So when this came home, you know, you had it on different consoles like Xbox.
I've
but
yet to really put
everybody,
any
to
kind of
me,
time
always
into a
said the
Gauntlet game.
N64 version was better, just
And you
because
think
of
I
what it
would, since I
represented.
love games like that.
Dreamcast version is also equally good.
Rugrats.
But the irony is, out of all those versions, the only one I have ever played is the arcade game. I've never.
No joke, there's an arcade of Gauntlet Legends for sale in my area. Yes, dear.
How big should I make them?
Normal size. You can show me when you have one made. That's looking big already. Just trying to form the dough balls on the cookies. I mean, ask your mom if you want to get verified. But yeah, there is. Let's see if I can bring the listing up and show it to you. Why did my mic get muted? I hit the wrong button to mute something. I'm going to tie my screen and mute my mic. I can't find it now. And I don't think I saved it. All right, how do I get to my saved things? Saved. Oh. Check this out. This is for sale near me, too. Is that not awesome? That is just sick. I'm trying to see if this is the guy that had the gauntlet. Tron, Mortal Kombat 3. I can't find it. Oh well. Yeah, for the small price of $6,500, it could be yours.
Played. I actually have never even
For
played
that.
this part, but the memories I have associated with that Gauntlet arcade game, you know, warrior needs food and all that stuff, and just pumping in quarters like an idiot, thinking, "Wow, we're doing so well. We only spent $50." Yeah,
That's how I
Really,
felt when
really
I was
fun
playing.
game.
When I was a kid, going to our knockoff
Ogre
Chuck E.
Battle
Cheese,
64. A person. I'm sorry. A person.
dumping
of
quarters into
lordly-
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I like Tactics Ogre. I like Atlas. This is one of the few RPGs on this damn fucking system. And as somebody at the time who was really discovering RPGs, kind of puts a damper
Ogre
on
Battle
it when you think
64.
about the N64 as a whole, because there's like 4,
Miss Emmanuel.
3 of them ain't good. Y'all know what the good one is. Y'all know what the good one is. But I haven't played this one yet. I did buy it through the virtual Switch, not the Switch. It was the Wii Virtual Console back in the day. And I kept meaning to play it. And this, I don't even remember where I bought it. I think I got it at Digital Press. And if it wasn't Digital Press, it was a local game store. And by local game store, that means it was probably Book Off.
Madden 64.
And then this game, I seriously want boxing complete. This is
Finally
one of
a,
the shmups on
a
the
solid
system.
title
This is
here.
Star
Other than
Soldier
Earthworm Jim, we got
Vanishing
Yoshi's
Earth.
Story.
And I think this was a late
Star
release.
Soldier Shoot 'em Up.
It did get a virtual console, I guess, rebirth edition sort of thing through the Wii before they shut it all down.
I don't know if you watch the Y2K Collector at all. He's like a big shoot 'em ups fan, and I'm not the biggest shoot 'em up guy, but I had like want to get into some beginner style ones, ones that aren't so brutal. And he gave me some pretty cool suggestions on what but they're always so expensive. All the what you got?
How long do I put them in?
10 minutes.
Okay.
I did download that as well. But
They're always
this
so
version, I mean,
expensive.
if you like the Star Soldier series from the Turbo, I mean, this is the N64 version essentially, and it's actually quite good. Of the few times I booted up the N64 to make sure it still worked, that's the one game I
Yoshi's
always
Story,
boot up
where you
because
at?
It is really good, although it is kind of foggy to me. Now we have the box complete games. I'm going to go through the games that I did not have as a kid.
It's gotta
and
be
then
on
we'll
this
go
front
into the ones
page.
I
Yep,
had as
I
a
knew
kid,
it.
And then we'll get the hell out of here.
Oh, that's Player's
Paper
Choice
Mario.
stickers.
$50. Found this as an auction on eBay.
50.
And it was I think it had like 2 hours
Nice.
to go. I threw out a max bid of like 75, which is what it was going for, and nobody else saw it. I've shared my hack in the past where you gotta find stuff that ends at like 3 a.m.
I was
Pacific
gonna say,
time.
what year was this when you got
But
it?
I don't even remember where where that one came from specifically. I just remember I got for a really good price. The person shipped it in the box. They did everything the right way. Now, if you have not played this game, you have to go out and correct yourself. We got Doom 64.
Ooh.
Now, I never played
Remember, I
this
had
as a
too
kid
many
when
games. I was
here's
like,
the thing. Here's the thing.
on the search for that
And this
game.
continues to this day. First-person
And got
shooters
it.
on a console, with limited exceptions, just don't feel good to me at all. I need a mouse. I need that precision. You put a controller in my hands, it's like you may as well just hand me a banana and say it's a gun. Like,
You know what's crazy with that? How you just talked about first-person shooters needing the mouse. I was the complete opposite when I started getting into them. Like Call of Duties, the Halos, like the controller was my way, and I could not use a mouse and keyboard. Fast forward all these years later, I need the mouse. I'm right with you. I need the mouse. If I try to play first-person shooters, like playing Borderlands 4, going back to try to play that after playing all my shooters on PC this past year, yikes, the aim is brutal.
it doesn't work at all.
Quarterback Club 98.
Destiny, I could play online and I was competent. Halo, nope. Call of Duty, nope. Battlefield, Doom 64,
Eh.
a first-person shooter on the N64. The only one I have ever played was Hexen, and I thought it was terrible.
Oh,
To
Hexen.
the point where I went back and played it on PC because it functioned a lot better. Doom 64, on the other hand, has been remade, remastered, and has now been ported to everything under the sun and frequently goes on like 90% discount. It was even a pre-order bonus with Doom Eternal on whichever platform you purchased it on. So I had originally purchased it on PS4, and then I did the Steam Family Share, and I returned it, and I actually kept the digital copy of Doom 64 because I already own this. And I played through it, truthfully, with revised controls and better lighting and all that stuff. But it's a phenomenal game. It is a unique game. It is not ports of levels. It's not a best of. This is its own unique thing. If you've
Okay.
never played Doom 64, it is an absolute must. I don't care what platform
this
you
day,
play
I've
it
still
on.
yet
I don't
to
care
play it.
how you play it. I don't care if it's sorcery. You have to play Doom 64 if you're a Doom fan. You're doing yourself a disservice. And this is the only time I'm going to get on a soapbox, I promise, if you have not played this game. Now, I got this game at Too Many Games. The first year I went, I remember Steve-O Supremo and I, we were walking around the floor on Sunday like, all right, last licks before, I got to dump your dumb ass back at the bus, which was the last time I took a bus to this trip because it was freaking terrible.
Train from then
And,
on out.
Truthfully, this copy is really banged up. It's in a box protector, so you can't tell. But the box itself is kind of wavy. The manual's banged up. The cartridge is fine. Even the
Was the first year we went just me and you, or was Dustin there on the first year? I can't remember which year was the first one. For the life of me, I do not know.
inserts have not water damage, but you can tell they've seen better days.
Okay,
And,
so he was
the
on the
dude
first one.
originally wanted
Okay.
50 for it. It was the last day. He was packing up. I saw it, and I was like, "Would you do 40?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't want to bring it back." And then I came over to Steve, and I'm like, "Look what I got." He's like, "Oh, sweet Doom City." Oh man, that looks terrible. How much you pay for that? And I was like, "I don't care. I had never seen it like physically ever."
No,
You
it's
know,
crazy.
Even as a kid, even going to Blockbuster,
You paying like
which is how
40
I
for
played the
that?
majority of my N64
I think I paid
games.
25 for
So the
my
fact that I
cart
got
only
it,
copy.
I was just really excited because there was really no other.
So who's the
place
one
to
who
play
looked
it
like
at
a
that
dummy there?
Now we're into the games that I grew up with. Mario 64. This box copy is not my original. I do not. I already told
Your
you where my
box
originals went.
might be more beat up
I don't
than
remember
mine.
how I got this. I just remember it was incredibly cheap by comparison.
I'm looking
because
at
this
it.
box, and I'm trying to move it around so you can see what's going on. It's dented. It's banged up.
Oh,
Even my
mine
wife
is so
was like,
banged up
"Wow,
too,
that-
man.
you've got
It
a
is so
ratty
banged up.
copy." And I'm usually like, I'll take ratty, but not this ratty.
It like would be cool to go to one of
And
those
she was like,
presses and
"Why'd you
press
do-"
it out.
Why'd you do that? She's like, I figured you'd want that particular game pristine. And then I told her the whole story about my uncle, and I'm like,
Look, it doesn't even want to stay together. Like
I
mine
don't even remember
just.
how much it was. I just
Oh,
remember it was severely discounted, and I was like, I
it's
just
not
need to have
horrible,
this again.
horrible, but I mean,
Which is how I got back into
it's pretty
collecting in the
jacked up,
first
too.
place, because he had recently passed away.
oh, he left
And,
earlier on
As
Sunday.
much
Okay.
as I wanted to get in contact with like-minded people, the retro collecting part of it really came into me just trying to reclaim a part of my history with them. And I'm gonna steal from Blink, who stole from TV and Lust, who probably took it from somewhere else. There is definite fact and truth that people like to put their memories onto physical objects. This happens to be one of those. And Mario 64 needs no introduction. It's a phenomenal game, a game that I've played numerous times. Still haven't gotten all the stars. My wife, on the other hand,
World
I don't know how many
Driver.
times she's gotten all the stars, but you
Another
don't
one.
even have to talk to her. She literally is just like a machine. She doesn't do any of the hacks or glitches, but she'll just go through it. It's like a robot. It's not even fun to watch because it's so perfect. Wave Race 64. This
World
was like
Cup.
$10.
There it
Outbox
is. World
complete. And
Driver.
Wave
All
Race
right,
64
where are the
I
money?
got for the Christmas the N64 came out. And my friends and I, we played this a lot. Not for the racing, not for the water, which is amazing. It's for the tricks. Like, we're talking like we were growing up in like the late 90s, early 2000s when extreme sports were all the rage. If you didn't skateboard, you were a loser. And, if you were playing the 2X games, if you were the guy using the luge, you were lame. The luge is the fastest freaking thing. I would be petrified using that damn thing.
Beat
Put me in
Adventure Racing?
rollerblades. But Wave Race was just fun. I had never played any sort of racing game with boats or jet skis in this case, right? Like, to me, it was kind of novel. And then with the water and the way the physics operate, this was completely unheard of territory for everybody. The music was great, but the tricks, that's what made it. Like, forget the racing, man. Like, people would just zoom out ahead of me. I'd be in the back just doing backflips. To me, that was the fun of the game. And then it was also like we were playing with the physics too, like seeing how long we could do a nosedive and go underwater, seeing how high we could get through a wave and a jump. Like that was the fun of Wave Race. Oh, so good.
Pause as I get more
Shadows
stuff.
of the Empire. I got
Shadows of
this
the
at
Empire.
the last, as of this recording, Midwest Gaming Classic I went to. Emperor Fox was with me when I picked this one up. And this was actually one of the games I got card only when I
I thought I had that
finally
clean
got
box
this
too, but it's
N64 and was like, "Man, I'm playing
Rogue
some
Squadron.
stuff." Shadows of the Empire is like one of my absolute favorite Star Wars games. The Christmas I got this, this was the prime time for Star Wars, in my opinion. We were in that nice in between the old trilogy being re-released and the new trilogy coming out, and LucasArts was firing on all cylinders with their adventure games and their licensed games. And Shadows of the Empire, I enjoyed this game so much, I actually went back and read the book. To get Alex back in the
Buck
day
Bumble?
to read a book was a big deal. Alex's favorite book up until that point was the novelization of Gremlins 1, okay? So the fact that I went back and I read the Shadows of the Empire book and decided Dash Rendar is infinitely cooler than Han Solo means a lot. And even my oldest friend, he agrees with me. And even when I showed him a picture that I picked up this game, he was like, "How'd you not have that, dude?" He's like, "That should have been day one. You should have had that without the system." That's how bad he thought or how confident he thought it was I had it. And then the last one, and this was the one I got as a kid with the expansion pack. It needs no introduction. That is Star Wars Rogue Squadron. And I will be honest with you, I don't hate this game. I'm not good at it. I was big into X-Wing versus TIE Fighter, all that stuff. I played those games.
This
Flight
is another one
sims
not
for
showing up on
hours
the
end
list.
on my PC. Making boot discs. Seeing something like this that was a bit more arcadey, a bit more, I'll say
There it is.
graphic
Buck Bumble,
showcase,
that's
because you had the outside perspective. It wasn't just a cockpit with vector graphics and all that stuff. Was really, really cool. And the fact they used the expansion pack, to open up the power of the N64.
Let me go check on these
From my
cookies.
uncle's perspective.
I want to at least see the tops get cooked.
Did you end your stream? No. Oh, nice. You're sitting here. Is anybody watching?
Yeah.
It was like, oh my God, we have to get this game, Alex. We have to get this game. Mind you, we never got Donkey Kong Country or anything else. But we have to get the Star Wars game. We pop it in, the music, the flying, all this. I never got off the first fucking level. I just flew around and died over and over again because I was at that age where games like this had objectives and I just wouldn't do them. I would just fly around doing whatever the hell I wanted to. Star Fox
Do what I
N64
want.
was good for me because it put you on rails. and it allowed me to actually have a goal: get to the boss, get to the end, move on to the next. Then it gives you a map and says make a choice, and then you get analysis paralysis, and there was no internet, so you sit there for 20 minutes
Cleaning up
chugging
San
Diet Coke,
Francisco
trying to figure
rush
out what to
here.
do. And I loved every minute of it. And that's my N64 collection. As I said, there's a lot of titles in here that are missing. I have them elsewhere.
I
Star
am
Fox
actually
64,
shocked.
which I
That
just
is
talked
a.
about. I actually have the 3DS
I would have
version,
thought many.
and I
Many
primarily
more.
enjoy that one more because of the gyro stuff. I think that's just fun. And the 3D is actually pretty good on it. But in terms of like other games I wish I had on the N64, there's not many. As a matter of fact, most of these I just wouldn't mind having boxes for. Pilot Wings being one of them. I wouldn't mind getting the Castlevania ones, as I mentioned. Ogre Battle would be cool, but that's just, I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen. But, you know, that's the thing. It's like, it is my least favorite system. It is the one I have the least video game attachment
Yeah, if it's your least
to,
favorite, then
oddly enough. But it's the emotional impact that this system had on me that has stuck with me for better or for worse throughout the course of my life. I mean, I'm 41 years old now as of this recording. And I still
you old
regret
man.
doing what I did with that system. And just seeing that look on my uncle's face, it wasn't even disappointment. He knew what the money went towards. He saw the parts coming in. He saw me, you know, spasming, looking up stuff, trying to figure out how to rewire things.
Back to the
eventually
sports.
Just going in the phone book
Wait.
because I'm old. And
Oh,
looking
no, I
up
did
a
98.
guitar
This is
luthier so I
2000.
can figure out how to do the wiring, and then having to get more money to pay a guy to do some of it because I just didn't have the technical skill. And the fact that I was creating stuff, and he was a big music person himself. And I've said this before, he used to drag me to the opera and the ballet all the time, so I got culture. And seeing that it went towards something else as a passion.
Speaking of opera and ballet, well, not really related. I keep getting the advertisement for Journey's final Frontier tour, and they're coming to a town not too far away. So we were thinking about, asked my wife, "Hey, you want to go to this thing?" She said no. And after thinking about it, I'm like, you know what? It's not. I know that guy took over lead singer of Journey for a while now, like what, since 2007 or something. He's been the lead singer, but it ain't Steve Perry. So even though it is their last, I guess it's not a big deal to miss it because it's not the true ones. What's up, bud? How many is left?
5.
Sure. So I'd rather see. I mean, for the final tour, it would be awesome if like Perry would join them for a show. I think they opened the door saying he could if he wants to, but he's probably not. So
That he was also passionate about. Not metal, he was just passionate about music. I think he was okay with it. But the fact that I did something
we
to him,
got
whether it
All-Star
really hurt
Baseball
him or not,
2000 here with
I still
some
regret it.
heavy writing on it.
Anyway, I've been Alex. Let me know about some of your favorite N64 games or games you're
Yeah, I
like,
remember you
"Hey, I
saying
thought
that
you
when
would've
y'all
had
had went out. Like,
See
it
y'all
was just
next
awesome.
video. Take care.
I can't remember the last show I went to. We wanted to go to the Witcher Orchestra that was nearby and watch that show, but it was during Portland Retro Gaming Expo. So I was like, sorry, huh? No can do. All right, so here were these response to return Mother Base nerd question number 8. What game scared you the most? Let's bring up old EDT.
Hello, Ed here, and this is my video response to Alex at Return to Mother Base's nerd question number 8. What video game has scared you the most? Now, I'm not particularly easy to scare as an adult, and even when I was a kid, I wasn't really scared very easily. And I don't ever remember being scared by video games that I can recall with one exception. And
My
that
ears
exception
can't
was
take
Alien Syndrome
a
for the
Megadeth
Sega Master
concert.
System. And it's not that it was a particularly scary game,
I
or
already
that
can't
the
hear out my
aliens
right
in
ear.
it
You want
were
my left ear
particularly
hearing to go
fear-inducing.
to?
But the music just creeped me out. And I never really... Well, the music and the sound that the guys make when they die. The... sound. I mean, it sounds
Bring it back,
like
Alex. The
they're
nerd
being gutted,
question
like something
of the
just
month.
tearing their insides
Let
out,
us
and that's the
all
noise that comes out.
respond to it.
Ugh.
Doesn't have to be of the
But
week.
the music really got to me. And I can remember one particular instance where I was up late playing it, and I played it a lot because I only had 2 or 3 games, and I believe my older brother bought this one for me. It's probably not something I would have gotten for myself at the time. But I was up and I was playing it late, and I
Paperboy.
believe I was playing with my little brother Jim. It could have been my older brother. I don't remember. It could have been a friend. I can't remember who it was that was playing it. But what I do remember very vividly is the dream. Because I had fallen asleep, and whoever it was, I think it was Jimmy, continued playing the game. And I was incorporating the music from the game into my dream. And I can remember the dream actually still fairly vividly, even though it was about 26 years ago, of, putting myself in the spaceship and walking around and having to fight the aliens. And then I remember, dying and waking up and then
Is it good?
realizing that I'd incorporated
Yeah.
that music into my dream from the video game. And I mean, I was able to make the connection that, oh, that's why I was having that dream, because of this video game. And to this day, when I play the game, that music
No,
still sort
are
of,
you
gives me
serious?
chills because I can remember that dream. It takes me
Couple of
right
leap
back to my
baby
childhood. And
bros.
I mean, lots of things take you back to your childhood for a good reason. This one sort of takes you back for a bad reason, but I still love playing the game. So that's the one that scared me the most. And thank you to Alex from Return to Mother Base for asking this question. I enjoyed reliving that experience.
That was a
Kind of.
that was kind of a surprise answer to that question. Let's see who we got in that. He's got another one to you that he replied. Oh, we gotta watch a Dustin Christ one here. He did a reply to Alex video. I guess he asked
Hello, everyone.
about a response to Return to Mother Base. Gotta bring up some DK.
Welcome back. My name's Dustin Christ, and today we're going to do another video response. Why not? I watched a video by Return to Mother Base. He's talking about, as one of his nerd questions, where he's talking about romance in video games. And I thought to myself, yeah, that's something I could talk about. So I figured, why not make a video response?
He's not actually in
Because
Scrubs.
Valentine's Day has come and gone, but oh well. And for the most part, I'm a big sucker for love stories. The 10th Doctor and Rose. I'm a big sucker for that. I'm a big sucker for Buffy
Him and
Angel. I'm
his
a big sucker for Buffy and Spike. I like a well-told love
doctor.
story. And the problem is, I feel like a lot of stuff out there is not really told well. I feel like it's just over the top, too schmaltzy, and what I want is a really sort of heart-tugging love story. And, video games, except for one video game, which I consider to be the greatest love story ever told in a video game, I don't really feel like video games have really been able to approach that yet, but we're getting close. We're getting close to video games really being able to tell a cinematic novel-like story. Not there yet, but we're getting close. So I picked out some games to talk about, and I'm going to try not to do this, too long, but just some games out there that I feel like has a really great love story that kind of sticks with me.
There it is, Paperboy.
And we're going to start off with my favorite game of all time, Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy III, depending on what version you find. The story between Locke...
Oh my goodness, now that you mention that, I want to take a look at it. Let's do some close-up research on it. Sidetrack. Okay, this was back in 12 years ago. All right. Look at the Silent Hills back here. That's a couple hundred. Is Siren one? I thought at one point it used to be. Shadow Hearts. He's got some GameCube here. GameCube's always expensive. God Hand up here. Fatal Frames. Where's the first one? Dark Clouds. Oh. Beautiful stuff here. What is it? Metal Slug Anthology, Phantom Brave, Rogue Galaxy. Oh, look at this Metroid. Oh, Ikaruga. Oh yeah, Eternal Darkness. Beautiful stuff.
Celis and Locke's past with Rachel, I find to be a story that really sticks with me, and it's a kind of a great example of how early games really started to branch out and tell a much more deep story. And I really credit Final Fantasy VI with being the one that really opened my eyes, going, "Holy crap! They can really do stuff with this medium instead of just Mario saving the princess again." So, gotta get that in there. Sticking with Final Fantasy really does do a lot of love stories. I really enjoyed the story between Squall and Renoa. That's the entire purpose for this game. Final Fantasy VIII is a love story, and I think that coupled with the junction system is why a lot of people look back on this as kind of one of the black sheep, because it's not a brooding anti-hero going in to save the world. It's this guy, is this brooding anti-hero softening up and falling in love with a pretty lady. So, I mean, there's other stuff that goes on in the game other than that, but I was really enthralled by the love story between those two. And it is the reason to play the game. This one is kind of I really hope they take it somewhere. It seems like in the series this is more of a platonic love story than anything else, but I really love Sora and Kairi. And then sort of how Riku is sort of like, I always looked at it as a love triangle where
That's just the love story there. I wasn't really feeling it between like Sora and Kairi. I always felt like the series turned into more of the relationship between Sora and Riku. Like, of course, by the time he did this video, there was no Kingdom Hearts 3 and all that stuff yet. But I thought it was more about their friendship. I didn't really sense like any type of romantic connection between Sora and Kairi.
you know that Sora and Kairi. I'm sorry, this
Sora is her
Kingdom Hearts, by the way.
nerd.
Sora and Kairi are in love with each other, and Riku's kind of like, in love with Kairi, but it's unrequited. I always like to sort of create that in my head. The games don't really go that far with the storyline. Maybe because they're just kids in the first one, and maybe when we get to if we ever get to Kingdom Hearts 3, they'll start to explore a more.
Like I said, he didn't get to 3 yet.
Probably not. But I always like the story with Sora and Kairi, and it's almost more of a unsaid thing, because it's like when I watch the opening intro to Kingdom Hearts 2 with Sanctuary. I guess I always put more into it, that the song, when you listen to the lyrics of Sanctuary and you think about Sora and Kairi, maybe it's just something that the series hasn't touched yet, but maybe it's just me putting more into it than what's there. Let's talk about, let's go ahead and just go in the list, or the order I have them. Surprising. This is a surprisingly well-told love story, I thought, especially considering the game that it's in, because usually this game is kind of along the lines of a very macho, like, men play this game. We drink, we drink straight whiskey and we punch each other when we play this game. But I found that it's a very tender love story.
She go another batch.
A lot of things remain unsaid in it, and I think that's something I like a lot in love stories, when things remain unsaid, and that's Halo 4. Really blew me away.
Was 2000?
Seeing, it makes perfect sense. The Master Chief and Cortana have been through all this stuff, and to see him, what the lengths he would go to save what is really not technically a real person, just an AI, with the lengths that.
I don't remember. Like, I love Halo. And I remember the first 3, like, easily. But 4, even though I really enjoyed it, I don't really remember it. I got to play it again. So, yeah. And I remember it was it's not like it wasn't as divisive as, like, Halo 5. But because I still really enjoyed, I love the game, played the multiplayer and everything. But I still, people think that was where Halo started to take its downward turn. But I still liked it.
John would go to save Cortana. Really, just an amazing storyline, and one of the best reasons to play the game. I mean, the graphics are great, the gameplay's great, but the storyline, man, this takes Halo 4 into a much different direction, and I give 343 a lot of credit for doing that. So definitely check out Halo 4. Keeping in that same vein, this is a very well-told storyline, and it's... I really wish that they would do a sequel to it, although I don't know how they would do it. But Enslaved, Odyssey to the West. I
Charlie
love the story
Blaze.
between Monkey and Trip. And just the amazing facial animations that they did on these characters. It really sells the storyline. And while it never gets to the point of romantic love, you feel like that if a sequel were ever to be made, those two would, that's when they would fall in love. And there's just, I don't know, it's just, this game has so much
This
action
name ain't
and
coming
adventure
off.
into it. And then there's just these story moments that are just so quiet and tender in a way that it really, kind of tugs at your heartstrings. Also, this one is, this game doesn't get enough recognition. It's overshadowed by the first game in the series. And I feel like it's just kind of forgotten by a lot of people. And most people, when they talk about Lunar, they're going to say Alex and Luna. Okay. But for me, it's Hero and Lucia and Eternal Blue. This sets out.
I
from
haven't
the very
played
start
either
to be a
yet,
love
so.
story. And I when I played
No
this, I
comment.
haven't played this version yet. But when I played this on the PS2, I was just like, oh my god, this is great. This is fantastic. Why do people knock Eternal Blue so much? Just really enjoyed sort of how Hero humanizes this alien Lucia, and by the end of the beginning she's just a killing machine, but by the end of it she really becomes a beautiful woman. And there's so many little things. There are two scenes that happen to take place at a lake, and it shows the growth of the character of Lucia so well. The first time she's bathing naked in a lake, and Hero just happens to spy on her, and she's like just standing there fully naked, like, you don't see it or anything. Don't worry about the kids. You don't see anything, but Hero's like, oh my god, and she's just like, what are you talking about? And then the next time that they have a sort of similar interaction, Lucia is very embarrassed by her nakedness, and that's to represent her awakening as a human being, because as human beings, we're really kind of embarrassed by our own nakedness in a lot of ways. So it really shows sort of the growth of the character. But Lunar 2, I really hope that they keep remaking Silver Star Story over and over again. I really hope they go back to Eternal Blue, because I might dare say it, I might like Eternal Blue better than Silver Star Story. Last three.
See, I don't know if that's a controversial statement or not, because I have played neither yet. I own the PS1 versions of both, but have yet to play them. So, is that a controversial statement, or is the second one actually better?
3 games here, and then we'll get to my favorite love story of all time. I'm going to talk about To the Moon for a second, just so I don't forget about it before I get to the end. Really a great love story, sort of told from the perspective of the end of the love story. I don't want to talk too much about it, because really the entire reason to play the game is to experience the storyline. But To the Moon is one of those games that really sticks with me, and I think it really shows what the medium can do with love stories. Anyway, getting back to it, Shulk and Fiora from Xenoblade really surprised me how much I actually cared about these two. And through the events of the storyline, you really are kind of put through the paces with these two. So I don't want to talk too much, because it is kind of a big reveal what happens in this game. But if you haven't checked that out, definitely check it out. As you see, I'm starting to speed up because I don't want this video to be too long. And then, of course, I can't talk about Xenoblade without talking about the last story. And like Final Fantasy VIII, this is built from the ground up to be a love story. And the story between
I love that game.
Zale and what was it, Camila? I can't remember her name now. It's slipping me. Oh, crap. Anyway, the love story between the two main characters, it really surprised me how mature it was, because she knows that she can't be with this guy, and he knows that too. But it's just like they don't seem to care. It's like they're just drawn to each other, and you know, parts of the story fall flat, but there's just the initial stages of the game where they're interacting with each other and kind of flirting with each other, I find to be very.
This game, I need to replay. I love it. I love the battle combat system and everything in it. A port would be awesome. The main reason I need to replay it is because after you beat the final boss in the game, there's still a chapter like right after it. And I remember something happened with I don't know what happened with that game because I was sitting there playing it. Something happened, it froze up, and I restarted the game, and my whole save progress was lost. Everything wiped away, gone. I had beaten the final boss, but didn't get to play that like final kind of epilogue chapter thing. So I need to go back just so I could finish that final thing off. But to at least it happened after that final battle. But I was so ticked that it happened. Man, I was so angry. Like, what are the odds of that happening? Apparently pretty high because it happened to me.
Very enjoyable. So, and then here we get to the greatest
Oh,
love story
don't know.
ever told in video games. So,
Try to take a guess. Might need a hint. It's going to be Cloud.
down and get ready because it's going to knock you on your ass. Dragon Warrior 1. King says, "Hey, go save that bitch." And you're like, "All right, I'm going to go save that bitch from that dragon. Go down that cave, save that bitch." Then the king says, "Hey, go beat that dragon lord and you can marry her." "All right, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to go do it. I beat him. Oh, I get to marry her and get my own kingdom? Fantastic. Best love story ever told."
And what makes that love story even better is that when you're playing the remaster, sitting there and spoiler alert for those who haven't played Dragon Quest, there when you do rescue the princess like halfway through the game, you can take her back to the castle, like to the king, like you said, and he's like, "Go beat the Dragon Lord," or you can carry her in your arms the whole rest of the game, and she will be there with you in combat. And then you get new dialogue from other characters and stuff in the game, from people you meet, if you didn't go and take her to the castle. So you're literally carrying this princess with you in your arms on the rest of your journey. Good answer, Dustin.
All right. I don't know what the hell that was. Anyway, guys, that's my video response. So definitely check out Return to Mother Base's original video. Make a response to his if you want to talk about love stories in video games. But after that Dragon Warrior thing, I gotta go and drink or something. I don't know. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time. Fuck.
I was like, there's more. He has something else to say. Dustin, come back. What, Trisha?
All this love that you talk about.
Oh, it was Dustin. He made some good comments. 3 games from Return to Mother Base from Kit171. Oh man, let's look at an old video of mine here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be horrible.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
This
It's
was
Stephen
a
Light
trade.
Gamer, and I'm here today just to do a quick unboxing for a package, a trade package deal that I did with the
Me and Alex did a trade. I don't know what I sent you, Alex, and I don't know what you sent me.
fellow YouTuber, Alex Return to Mother Base. Really, one of my favorite people in general is Alex Return to Mother Base. I love being able to talk to him. talked to him on the internet, Skype, whatever, playing games
Holds
with him.
true
He's just
today.
an awesome person. I know you've probably heard of him already. He's been on podcasts and stuff with us. He's been at the game nights, and yeah, he's all over the place. So I'll leave a link to his channel below. But we worked out a little trade. I'm gonna hook him up with some stuff, and he asked me what I'd want in return. I actually didn't really want anything. I was just gonna give him the stuff because I got a lot of extra stuff lying around for a system that he wants to have some stuff for. But he went ahead.
How many times did I just say stuff in a matter of like 10 seconds? Oh man, the good old Skype days, man.
And I put something out there, and he got it for me, and the package came in for it right here. So I figured I'd go ahead and just unbox it and show you guys what it is, because it is pretty cool, and it'll kind of be a surprise as to see if we got the correct version or not, and he'll know what I'm talking about here. This is a game that's been released multiple times, but if there is a version to get of this game, I would say this is the definitive version to get. It's come across multiple consoles, PS2, Wii, now this system, PS3. Oh man, why would they do that? Interesting.
Get to it,
Alright.
man. Open it.
And then, whoa. This is more than, Alex, what the heck were you doing, man? Okay. I could have sworn there was only going to be one thing in here, then all of a sudden I open it and there's several things in here. Alex, you jerk. Man, unbelievable. Anyways, okay.
Agent
Oh,
Chronicles.
this is awesome. Alright, first and foremost, the thing that I really wanted to get,
What did I want?
and that is the Okami HD the version for PS3.
Still got it,
Original
baby.
Glare. And yep, looks like we didn't get lucked out, Alex. It was the greatest hits version over there. We're trying to see, are we going to get the greatest hits version? Is it going to be, are they going to actually send us the real version or whatever? But it didn't matter to me. I did not care at all. I just want to be able to play this game and enjoy its wonderful graphics in HD. Now I can. Now you notice that it is, if I can get that glare gone, it is, I think this is the Asian copy? No, it says Japanese. But it does have English subtitles, so that's what's really cool. So I can play this in the PS3 with English subtitles. Aerodynamics approved and confirmed. And Sly Cooper, he confirmed that you can have English subtitles in this game. So I'm really looking forward to trying this out. This is probably going to jump high up on the list for games on.
Sly Cooper. When's the last time you heard Sly Cooper, man?
I'll play at least.
Or is that am I getting that confused with Cooper with Double Make Games? Is that Sly Cooper? Because he doesn't go by that no more.
Summer. Awesome to finally have. This was the only thing I was supposed to get, but Alex sent these other two things. Oh man, I can't believe. Foot falling asleep real quick, but take a sip of drink. We were just talking about this stuff here in the chat. We're all kind of Godzilla fans, and his favorite version of Godzilla is Godzilla, or his favorite Godzilla movie, he says, is Final Wars.
Final Wars.
Well, he went ahead and I told him I hadn't seen that one yet. Went out and saw the new one, really enjoyed that one. But he went ahead and got me the Blu-ray for Final Wars, and it's also got Tokyo SOS on it. So this is going to be awesome.
From the throwbacks.
I don't want to know if I want to spoil the announcement now or not.
After this
But we're
video,
thinking
I'm
doing
gonna call it a
something in
stream
the
so you can go enjoy
podcast
your
that
stuff.
Might have to do with movies. And let's just say that Godzilla Final Wars may be one we do one of these podcasts with. I won't go into detail with it now until we really want to announce something about it. But there's some hints to it. Yeah. So stay tuned. Maybe something.
I don't think we did that,
So
did
I'm really
we?
looking forward to seeing Final Wars to see how bad / good it is. Maybe it's so bad it's a good type of movie, or maybe it's just really flat out good. So, man, that's awesome. I wish
It's
I had
okay.
this yesterday when I got home from seeing Godzilla. Because as soon as I got home from that, I put in Pacific Rim again. Because I really wanted to just keep watching monster movies. And man, I love Pacific Rim. That movie's so awesome. So this is great. Something to watch today. And last but not least, I can't believe he got this because we were talking in the chat. He always goes to book off all the time. He's always looking out for us. Hey, you guys need anything here? And I'm
Alex with
normally
the
saying,
book off
keep an eye on
pictures.
PSP stuff. And I
I don't get those pictures anymore, Alex.
said in the chat if he sees a Breath of Fire. I forgot the other game I mentioned. There are 2 games like, hey, if you see those there, just let me know. And it's 2 games he actually always tries to keep an eye out for too. And Breath of Fire 3 was one of them. And sure enough, he went ahead and ordered the Essentials one from a European copy, I believe. This one is. So really, really ecstatic to have this one. It's one I've been wanting on the PSP for a while. And man, Alex, I can't believe you.
When, no joke, when I was looking through the collection of stuff these days, I had no idea. I could have sworn that Breath of Fire 3 came from Aerodynamics. I had no idea that it came from you, Alex. Again, I can't remember anything. So, do you remember what I sent you? I have no idea what this trade was. I have no idea what this trade was.
This stuff. You're probably going to see a jump cut right here, people, because I did a spoiler for stuff I'm sending him, and I don't want people to know what I'm sending him, but just know that I get to put more stuff in the box now because of you, Alex, for sending this one. But anyways, man, this is awesome stuff. Blu-ray, PSP, and Okami HD, the one I really wanted. That, man, I did not expect 3 things in here, dude. I can't believe it.
I wonder if I show it in the video.
Anyways, this video was going on too long because I thought I was going to be showing off 1 thing, but instead it's 3 things. So it's so fun opening these packages and you get the surprise look though. So that's pretty awesome that all this stuff came in. It came in.
So next up was Tony Hawk, and this actually used to have a label on it. Do I show it?
Too, man. He just did all this stuff. We did the trade over here on the AGP Game Night 3 with Mario Kart coming up here at the end of the month. He'll be there.
AGP Game Nights, man. Good times, the AGP Game Nights. Who would all used to come? Alex, Aerodynamics would come, SNES Mapper, Ducky Do Gaming, Chance, Doomwaves, Dustin. I think we had Steph's to Death. Steph's to Death came to the Mario Kart session. To the old vids, yeah. I still go back to this day and I watch some of the Aliens Colonial Marine stuff. Especially the online multiplayer we did with the Fem Trooper. No, I didn't get Gears Reloaded yet. I was hoping for that's going to be like a Black Friday thing. So that's what I was holding out for. But I don't know if everyone has put out their Black Friday list yet or what the deal is with Black Friday with the deals. Seems like the deals like the past couple years for Black Friday have been not good at all. So
if you can all come and just thank him for all the goodness that he gave me. Anyways, that's it for this video. Again, hopefully I'll have another videos up sometime soon. Not sure. I try to get in here anytime I can to try to do something, but
Pro Skater.
We'll see how it goes. Anyways, I'm rambling now. My gamer.
Lagging out, baby. Oh, man. Good old classic trade package. Well, that was the last one of an old response that popped up when searching in your name, Alex. That was still really cool, though. Trip down memory lane. Awesome. Awesome. $40. Yeah. What happened to like the $20 deals? Like, where are the $20 games at that were good? That's what I'm looking for. Anyways, we will put the sticker on Tony Hawk for now. And this will be the last one for this session. And we'll pick up at a later time. And now Alex can go enjoy some Octopath Traveler 2. And I'm going to try out these cookies that have been sitting on the oven that were done, because everyone says they taste awesome. So if you came and hang out, I appreciate it. We got a lot more games to, we're like maybe a third of the way through, so we got a lot more games to stick her up. We'll do another session of this. It's fun going back, watching some older videos. Maybe we'll bring up some old DK, some older YouTubers who I wish there are some channels that they just do not make. They got rid of their content. Like, you can't even watch their videos anymore. Ball and Nick, Benzo. I'd love to watch some old Benzo stuff, but they're just not there anymore. They took it all down. So we'll find some other old stuff to bring back memories for any newcomers who haven't watched the old YouTube road and how it used to be. So anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your weekend. And yeah, we'll pick